Hello and welcome to Physics 1405. We'll be talking about Lab A today. Can everyone hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hello. I see two students here and you're both muted. I am not hearing anyone else. Can we?
Yes. I think it's just Sheila and I.
Okay, great. I'm here. You're here. I can hear you.
Okay.
Today, Lab A or any other questions that you guys have?
Just about Lab A for me.
All right.
Trying to get to my notes. So on, let's see, number 6, when we're calculating energy, I don't know if it's okay to say what my answer is, but I don't know. I did the equation, like the formula, right? Oh, okay. Sorry. I didn't see your whiteboard.
Yeah, you're good. I'm
Okay.
just kind of writing things down as you talk.
Got it. Okay. So I took my weight in kilograms times the 9.8 millipede. Sorry. I'm all frustrated right now. Sorry about that.
No, no
And then
worries.
times the meters of the height of the stairs. But it
Mhm.
came out to a number that was close to 2,000. Does that sound about right? It just looked off to me.
So your mass is probably less than 100. G would be about 10. And was this the one where you're doing like one flight of stairs, so it's like 8 feet or something?
Yeah. Oh, no. This is number 6. So
Let me-
this is just a continuation of, yes. So it's the one flight of stairs, the one step at a time, and then the every other step. So yes. So
Okay,
my
so
mass,
it's your still your lab calculations. It's not the sample problems at the end where everyone will get the same answers. Okay.
yes,
All right.
correct.
Great.
So my mass was 63.14 kilograms
Okay.
times 9.8 times 3.048, and it came out to 1886.017.
Okay. So that 3 meters. So that was about like the height of maybe a commercial building between one floor or something like that.
It's in my home. I have a
Oh, okay.
2-story.
Okay. 3 meters. All right. Yeah, that's still viable. That's like 9+
Okay.
feet. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah, all those numbers check out as far as I'm
Okay, good.
concerned. I mean, I haven't.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure like the general, I guess my conversions are kind of right on track.
Mhm.
Okay, good. Okay, I'll let Sheila talk. Sorry for
Yeah.
hogging
Oh
it.
no,
No,
no worries.
that's okay.
I'm happy to answer everyone's questions. And really, if you guys are here and you guys have questions like this, all the other students who couldn't make it or haven't done the lab yet or whatever are going to have the same thing. And we're not as familiar with the metric system, so having kind of ballpark idea of what numbers we're looking for is
Mhm.
actually a good idea. So
Okay.
Yeah, no, that was a really good question because those were similar to my numbers. My height was about 2.7.
hmm
So if we're on the right track there, then the rest of the lab is making sense to me.
Okay, good. Okay, I'm glad to know I'm on track.
Yeah, we're all, yeah.
Okay, so then I had like a similar question because number 9 was also similar. That's with the, pretty sure, yes. This is the one where it kind of gives you the scenario of a
uh-huh.
150-pound person with a staircase, gives you the height and all of that stuff. And I had a question for number 9 where it says show your calculations.
Uh-huh.
Do you want like a whole separate piece of paper and just kind
Yeah,
of,
yeah. I mean, you should be like taking notes or something anyway,
yes.
right?
Yeah, I
So
did it on the back of like a scratch piece of paper, but I'll put it on something prettier.
yeah, yeah. That's it's. I'm not too picky about your notes, just as long as I can see that your work was done.
Okay.
And just standard when you do a problem, make sure you'd write down the formula you're using at the top, show your
Okay.
numbers. And I sinned a little bit on writing on the whiteboard just because I didn't write down units. So keep
Okay.
track of your units, and that's all you need to do, really. And it
Okay.
probably is easier for most of you if you're just filling out the form the way the lab is, that you work on a separate piece of paper is just great.
Okay. Okay,
But
sounds
you're
good.
fine if it's just, I just on a Word document and I write the equation and then I write the formula, like just insert.
Yeah, if you prefer, as I mentioned before, I do prefer PDFs just because sometimes the Word documents come through a little bit scrambled. I have seen that before with Word and Excel and everything. And the whole point of the PDF format is that it kind of freezes it in time, and nothing bad is going to happen to your work. If you can open your PDF and see it, I see exactly the same thing when I open it. It's
Awesome.
not the
Okay.
case with Microsoft products.
Okay.
And I think I've made a couple posts how to do that, use a print to
Mhm.
function or something, it's usually pretty simple to put things in PDF.
Okay.
Any other questions on that?
Not that one. I'll let Sheila, I have one more question, but I'll let Sheila take a turn again.
No, go ahead. I'm really here. I don't have any questions.
Okay. So on number 12, which is this whole problem threw me. Just the calculating the calories into energy. And I'm probably overthinking it, but the first part where it says first, what is the total energy in the food? I'm just adding the calories in both items, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
It
remember,
just
big
seemed a
C cup,
little
yeah.
too simple.
Yeah, I'm trying to break it down just because we're in an online class here and I don't have a chance to go over it with people. So I have tried to break this down into the simplest possible steps. And
Okay.
you might have seen it in a previous lab. There is some point where you just have to connect that this number and that number are the same and write it down again.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is a
Okay.
thing on these labs.
Okay, perfect.
Okay,
And then,
any other questions here?
nope, I don't think so. I'm skimming through my notes. No, I think I'm good.
All right. I will make a comment about a question that was posed in the forum, and I am kind of writing up a response to that too, but I will mention it on the video for whomever is checking
It
that.
might have been me. Was it the stairs with the landing?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
So
it's me.
what I'm saying on that, and I am just making a written response too, is we're not being too picky about that, because what you're doing in this lab is measuring your average power output. So yes, your power output does go down as you cross the landing. You're not raising your height anymore, but we're taking that into account. We're just saying, hey, you, while you were climbing this stair, had an average output of this. So if you stop your timer on the stair, that's okay. So that is
no, I
like
didn't.
more pure measurement of what your power output is only while climbing. And
Okay.
if you don't stop it, it's just a measurement of what your human output was for that period of time while you were climbing, including the landing. So either one is okay.
Okay, good. Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Well,
Do I need to type out my questions in the chat deal?
yes, if you want participation credit, which is helpful at this point in the semester.
Okay.
Just make sure to make a note in the chat because that's stored to my computer and I always have a record of that.
Okay, I have a question. I was just reminded of that when you mentioned the participation points. So when I pull up the calendar and like it shows, in Canvas, it shows the different assignments and when they're due. When I scroll forward through, I think it's through the end of April, it says something about participation and that is marked through for me. Does that mean that part is, I'll still participate, but does that mean like I've met the requirements?
No, I can check that. So
Okay.
not seeing it right here. The first possibility is just that Canvas has done something weird with the date. Canvas usually does. It's usually kind of a struggle to, especially if I've imported anything to class from my other course shells. Canvas sometimes gets dates wrong. The date on that should be approximately the end of the semester. But did you guys all see the announcement go out a couple weeks ago that was like everybody needs to be participating every time now if you haven't already participated? So Really just I kind of add up all the scores for that at the end of the semester.
Okay.
I'm considering just for everyone's benefit, because I do think some people are just kind of spacing this and not doing it. Um,
Hmm.
I was going to at least make a preliminary entry in the grade book to show
Okay.
everyone where they are. But if we do that and you're only halfway through your participation, you're only going to have a 50% on your participation. But I was thinking that that would be more helpful so you guys can all see what I'm expecting and what I consider, a real thoughtful question. So I
Hmm.
think sometimes people make the little Me Too comments and they expect full credit for that. And
Right.
I'll throw a couple points for all the people who are, if it's worthwhile to know if many people are having the same concern, but it
Yes.
is not a full thoughtful question.
Okay.
So I think we'll have a slew of grading, get your last few labs caught up, and maybe put out some preliminary scores for
Okay.
the participation, just so you all know where you stand. And I will make a separate announcement when I do that, just so everyone
Okay.
understands that their participation isn't frozen in time. If they get a 50 for now, that won't, hurt them. It's going to
Sure.
be for the full semester
Yeah,
still.
that would be helpful. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great.
And also when I do that, I will probably be locking, if it lets me, the current help and collaboration and just starting a new one. So it'll still be there, it'll still look the same, but we'll just grade the one that's up there now and all the comments that are there, and then kind of start a new one so everyone can keep it straight where everything is.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds great.
Okay. So I'm only seeing one comment in chat. Is that the
Yeah, I just kind of
okay,
summed up what I
all
had
of the
asked already.
comments? Okay.
Yeah, except for the one in the discussion about the landing on the stairs.
All right. Yeah, that's in the discussion. So
Okay.
that's good. We've got that there. All
Okay.
right. Well, if that's it for the questions today, well, thank you guys for coming and helping out your fellow students with these concerns.
Yeah,
And
Thanks so
thank you
much.
so much.
thank you.
Have a good
Okay.
night.
Have a good
Let's
night.
see. Oh, we have a new student. Cecilia, do you have
Oh,
any comments or questions that you want to throw in before we finish the chat? You're muted. I'm not hearing anything from you. Hello? All right. We did have a new student drop in. I am not hearing anything. So if you have a comment to post in the chat, you can do that real quick. But otherwise, everyone's free to go because we are basically done. I will keep the video going for just a little bit longer to let people have a chance if there's anything else to say.
Thank you.
Thank
thank
you. We'll
you.
see ya.
Good night. Okay. Bye-bye.